Alright folks, welcome back. Henry Shy outside. And yeah, I'm on the desk this weekend after my camp out at Lake Victor last weekend. And I got this old Omega 181, and I've already went in this thing one time, tried to make a video, and I messed up my camera. I turned my light on one, about half of it was whited out, and then the other half I had it out of frame, so I got to do the whole thing over again. It didn't make a good video, and I can't really see my screen up here, so I'm just trying to keep y'all in frame. But this is a good little old reel, early 80s I believe when this was coming out, maybe early 90s, I'm not sure, I don't remember now. It's been a couple of months since I did this one. I've been going to redo it, but just this hook screw right here that clamps your top on, go ahead and pop that off. You can tell I done cleaned it one time and greased it, so I'm just going to go through this and show you how I did it if I remember how I did it. Got this spool cap screws on this one, but I've already cleaned that up, greased those pickups good. Everything's working good in here, so I ain't got to put no more grease on that one. And I'll take this little E-clamp off of here without shooting it across the room. Alright, then I got the drag set all the way down. Got this little plate on top, it's keyed, looks like it's about wore out, but clean that up. Take this spool off of here. I've already cleaned that up good. And this bottom plate is riveted in there, so you don't take it out. And to take this line break off, you got to take this bottom part off, go in from the back, which is already cleaned up good too. Take this little deal here out, that's your line break, works your line break. You got to take this off. It just kind of push that little clip there back and pop it out. Pops that spring up, pops it out the other side, and you got that. Then we can take the line brake off, and got that. You see that part there, it's riveted in, it don't come out, it just keeps popping out of that little hole there. But alright, I'm going to take these covers off this gear here. I'll unscrew these off. Those up there. And these little tabs are pointing up, so I got to remember to put those back in there like that. Take these out. Just like that. Got those. And do the other side. I've never fished with one of these Omegas. I had this one, I gave it to a buddy of mine. So I just told him I'd go ahead and figure it out and clean it up for him, and we have a good reel to go with. I got so many of them now that, and I've got another one I'm going to try to do tonight if I can. And let's see, how did I do this? And I think this is a little bushing that sticks out right there. I done greased it up real good. And let's see. Yep, that pops out of there. Now you got your anti-reverse on there. And I'm not going to take that off. I did clean it up real good. Got it greased up real good. And you just got to make sure that when you put it back together, it pokes down in that little slot right there. We're not going to be taking that out either. And to get this gear here out, it's got a little, get my small screwdriver, it's got a little deal down here on the bottom. You got to kind of clip it over, pull it off the way, and take this little bitty clamp right here off. And it's a good thing I hadn't cut my fingernails, because you got to push that spring right there down so you can get your needle nose on it. Okay, I had to get where I can see a little better, but I got her off of there. I'll set it right there, and this little cap comes off of there. Got to put it sort of upside down like that. That side goes down and the little C-clamp thing goes in that. Alright, take our spring off, and this gear should come right on out. Well, it's got that little bushing right there that slides over that too. Have that sitting by, and then this pin here will come on out from the top. Like I said, I've had this thing apart one time before. Now this should pop right on out. Now, I had problems with that thing last time and about boogered it up trying to get it out. Have to pretty much push it from the bottom. And there it goes. And you see I done greased all that out. I've got this all cleaned out real good. I'm not going to take all this stuff out of here because it's all in good shape. And that bearing, that's the only bearing it's got with it. So I will kind of clean this up a little bit again, put a little more grease on it right quick, and I'll come back and put it back together in just a jiffy. We'll see if we can go back together with this thing now. I'll clean this up a little bit more, but alright. Stick a little bit more grease on this because I have been handling it and the grease is coming off of it. Just a little bit. It slide back down in that slot real good. Stick another little drop of oil on those bearings. Like that. Yeah, they're greased up good. And we'll slide that back down in here. Get it popped back down in there good. That's good and slick. Give me a little bit more grease on this bearing here, or this gear. Got my fingers in the way, I'm sure. Alright. Slide our little deal back over on top of that bearing. Right there, just holds it in, I reckon. I'm going to go ahead and slide this gear right here back in here too, making sure that anti-reverse is going down in that slot right there. I may should put this in first. I think I took it out first. I'll get my fingers. I'm trying to do this where y'all can see and I can see too. And down in the slot it goes. Not quite. Now it's down in there. Right down in that slot there. Alright. Stick this bush in wherever I put it. Back in there. And it only goes so far. There's a little slot in there it goes into. And everything's still in there good. Alright. I'll put my two little caps back on here. Maybe y'all can't see through my hands, but alright. And it's going to be just like that right there, so I'll shut this off for a second and put the other side on. Got those caps back on there. Let's see, where am I at? I'll stick this shaft back up in here. It's got the two little wings on it. Slide down in there. Only one way it can go, all the way. Alright, now we'll put our spring back on here. And there is this little cam deal here that goes over it right there. Then we'll try to put my little cap back. Well, all these little pieces, man, I tell you. If I can get that, hold that down with my fingers and get this little bitty clamp back on here. Hopefully. I may have to get out of frame to do this again. Oh, there it went. That wasn't so hard to get back on there that time. Give it a push, snug it up. Alright. And it's back on there. Alright. Alright, and our reverse working. That's what I want to see. Alright. We'll put our line brake back on here. And it just slides back up in them two slots there. Like so. Don't guess it matters which side it goes on. And this is the little tough part, getting these springs back on those two little nubs down in there. And push that back, get it snap on. And that spring is not on there. Let me try it. Alright, try that. Now, that side's on. Get this side. Make sure it's on that little stub down there. Shouldn't be too hard. Alright. And there it is. That's your line brake. Make sure your drag's down in there good. Alright, that's about it. Put this spool back on here. You got to put them ridges down where they hit that drag, like so. Alright, got that back on there. We're going to go back on here with our little drag washer, the top one. And it does have tabs on it, but I think they're about wore out. Just put this clamp back on there. Alright, that should work good. We'll find out here in just a minute. Stick our spool cover back on here, and it's all greased up still good. Pretty much just trying to show y'all how I had it took apart and put it back together now. Put our nut back on here. And there's my screwdriver. Alright. Alright. I think my drag brake is trying to come loose. I may have to come back with some cement and put that back on there good. It's been sliding off. Alright, but it's just about there now, folks. Stick this front cover back on here, and your little drain hole to the bottom. Tell you what, I do have to glue that brake back on there. Let me put this bottom cap on here first. Make sure it's lined up where it's supposed to go, like so. Alright. Put our top. Clicked into place. Screw our cap lock back on. Alright. Don't want to over tighten it, just tight enough where everything's good and secure. And put our handle back on. I'm not sure if this is the original that came off of here, because it's just it don't screw down very tight. And there wasn't no other little washers that come off of here to stick in there. That's just pretty loose. So I don't know. But anyway. Oh yeah. She's running good. I know that drag works good. So alright. I'm going to take all that old line off of there. It says go back with some 10-pound line. And all this thing needs is a pole. And it is going to be a good little reel. Things as smooth as they can be. I hope y'all learned something off of that. I know I did. I had to relearn it again just then. But we got it back together. Like I say, I'm going to have to glue that line brake back on there good. Other than that, everything's working great on it. And I hope y'all enjoyed that. If you will, hit a like and subscribe if you hadn't subscribed. I'll put some links to some other reels I've been working on up here in the corner, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. Stay tuned till next time. I got this bad boy right here to work on. Alright, see y'all later. Thanks a lot.